How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Macius, and today we're going to be talking about why World War II is the absolute best Call of Duty game. Now, there is some runners-up. Yes, they have the Black Ops series of games, preferably Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. Those are great campaigns, great games overall, but really, those games are really just good for the campaign. And World War II is just an utterly balanced game. Yes, the campaign is the best campaign in the game, by far in my opinion. And yes, the multiplayer is by far the best in any Call of Duty game, in my opinion. And no, World War II Zombies is not the best zombies game ever. But it's really dang close. That's a joke, by the way. Well, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, World at War, all that stuff is so much better. But it's still good. That's my point. Is even though the zombies game mode is garbage in some people's opinion, it doesn't take that many points away from the overall Call of Duty experience. I think the campaign and multiplayer are fantastic. They're really good. And honestly, I'm just going to give you my reasons now. And just one quick little bonus point that I'm not going to mention in any of these categories just because it kind of deserves its own category. But the soundtrack. God, the soundtrack is so good. It's the best soundtrack of any Call of Duty game. I mean, Brotherhood of Heroes, like, come on, man. That's so good of a song. The Untoten Requiem is amazing. That's the Zombies theme, by the way. And yeah, it's not gonna stand up to your Adrenaline from Black Ops 2, or your Zombies theme from 1, 2, and 3, Black Ops. But it's still good, and it still gets you pumped. It still gets you hyped. And I think they did a really good job at the World War II, just overall soundtrack. It's fantastic. And it really gets you pumped up. But anyways, guys, let's move on to the campaign. Okay, so the campaign is honestly the best campaign ever. No doubt about that. This campaign is fantastic, okay? The story is beautiful, okay? You got a perfect set of characters. It really gets you attached to them, and then halfway through, it makes these characters, one of them dies, one of them gets taken hostage. It's such a good campaign. It does everything right, and there's really some good elements in the gameplay too. I mean, the weapons are fantastic. I love the ability of, after you get a certain amount of kills, you can have these abilities where you can get first aid kits, refill your ammo, refill your grenades, etc. Honestly, that is such a good idea, and I wish they added that in more Call of Duties. Like, I love just being like low on ammo, and then oh hey, I am low on ammo, so let me just go kill a few more people. Boom, got ammo back. It's amazing. I love that aspect. And I mean, one of the annoying things is you can't just hide behind a wall if you're low health and regen. You have to actually have a first aid kit that has a little health bar in the bottom that shows you like if you're low health or not. I love that. Honestly, I feel like it's so much better than really any other campaign's way of doing it by just regenning health. Like, I think it's so much better just because it actually makes you feel worried about, like, getting shot. Because in the older campaigns, you could just get shot, like, 3 or 4 times, and then you don't really have to worry about it because you just lay down and, oh, you're fine. This one, you actually feel like you have to strafe, you have to avoid grenades, and everything like that. Because if not, you're just going to get your health taken off. And you don't want your health taken off because you only have a limited amount of heals. And I think that's great. I think it's awesome. Sure, it can get really difficult at times. It really does get very difficult. I've played the campaign 4 times now, completed it 100%, and veteran mode is very difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you. Veteran is hard, okay? You take a few hits, and you're dead. Yet, the characters have aimbot. Literally the first mission, D-Day, you're storming the beaches of Normandy, and there's LMGs all on the beach, just spraying. I played that on veteran, and it took me about an hour just to get past the beaches stage, which is only about half of the mission. That's insane. It's really hard, and I almost gave up the veteran run at that point in time, but I stuck with it, and I'm really glad I did, because honestly, after that mission, it's so rewarding and so fun to go back and just play this campaign. Like, I play this campaign, like, at least once a year. It's so good. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, Black Ops 1, it's a good campaign, right? It's got a good story and good gameplay. Like, you fly planes, you fly helicopters, stuff like that. It's great, right? But there's just something about World War II campaign that's just so much better. It's just so good, you can't describe it. I don't know what it is, but one of the saddest moments in the story is also one of the best, because not only does it drive the story, which is absolutely fantastic, but it also really shows you how attached to these characters you are, and how great of a job the developers made with storytelling in this game. It's this part where your sergeant dies, Sergeant Turner. He dies. And it's the saddest moment ever after playing through all of this campaign. A couple of missions left until the end. And your one true leader, the one that helps you through the story, the one that really just makes you shine, gets killed. It's so sad. It's really so sad. And I'm just gonna let the cutscene play for you right now.
On the thermite!
He's it!
It's okay. I've got you, son.
Lieutenant!
Ami. Verfluchten Schweine. Amerikanische Arschlöcher. Sie werden uns nie schlagen. Was machen sie denn hier auf unserem Kontinent? Nicht alle am Arsch lecken, verfluchten amerikanische Schweine. Scheiße!
Turner! Enemy reinforcements! Fall back!
I'm not gonna make it. Leave me. I got you. Go. We're not gonna make it.
Gotta get our boys out of here.
No, we can still make it!
You have to retreat.
No, we ain't leaving you here.
You get me up, I'll hold them off. You have to go! Go!
It was an honor.
No sacrifice too great.
Go.
Fall back! Sergeant! Move! Move! Fall back! Move! Go! Go!
Yeah, it's depressing, and honestly, I love and hate that part. I hate that part because, well, I just lost one of my favorite characters of the entire game. But I love it because of just how well it goes into the story, how well it really makes you love these characters. And really, that's the reason why I love World War II's campaign. Let's talk everyone's favorite game mode, multiplayer. So we already talked about campaign, which I love, by the way. And multiplayer is, well, it's a pretty most used game mode. Everyone likes multiplayer. Okay, if you're playing Call of Duty, you've at least played the multiplayer one time, no matter what Call of Duty game it is. And honestly, I think this is where Call of Duty really shines. I think honestly, the multiplayer is what has the most effort put into it. Sadly, Zombies doesn't get that much effort put into it. It's really just the multiplayer, which, I mean, it's okay with me because I still like the multiplayer. Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge COD fanboy. It's just, I love the Zombies mode a lot better. But anyways, let's just talk about the multiplayer and how honestly fantastic this multiplayer is. It's so good. I mean, there's so many cool ideas in maps. I mean, one map, you're literally on a flipping sandbox. Like, how cool is that? You're in a sandbox, you're these little toy soldiers, and you can see the HQ around you. Which is awesome, because the HQ is also one of the best parts about this multiplayer. I mean, what other multiplayer game on Call of Duty, what other multiplayer game mode literally allows you to walk around this awesome hub world, talk to other people, hang out with other people, have a shooting range, has challenges and things you can do, test score streaks? Literally, what other Call of Duty multiplayer allows you to do this? None. Absolutely none of them. And that's why World War II shines so much, is because of how honestly perfect the HQ was. And how perfect just the game is. Like, how well it feels. How well everything just works. And that's why I love World War II's multiplayer. Like, there is a lot of stuff locked behind supply drops. And that's really annoying. I hate that. I hate that you have to spend money if you want to get anything out of supply drops. It's really annoying. And, I mean, it plagues Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, and a lot of recent games in Call of Duty, which sucks. It really does. I mean, if you spent $60 already on a game, you should just be able to unlock everything for free, not have to spend even more money to unlock something that you're probably going to use one time. It's not fun, right? It's a horrible way of making money, and that's what I hate. That is the one critical flaw of multiplayer in this game. But you know what? They kind of realized that. So they made even free ways to get supply drops, which is awesome. Free ways to get new gun variants, new supply drops. It's so beautiful of a way to make a free way to play this game and experience it. I mean, a lot of the challenges for getting new weapons is just getting a new weapon. It'll have a challenge like, let's say it's an LMG variant, and all you have to do is just use LMGs, get LMG eliminations, or get headshots with LMGs. It's so easy and so rewarding. You just have to play the game. And I think that's awesome. I think that it's awesome that they have a free way to be able to get all of this stuff that's usually locked behind money. I think that's so annoying. But they fixed it. They realized. Now let's talk about the maps, right? So there's many maps. A lot of it is just because the game has had a lot of updates. But there's some really good maps. I love Groston House, which is a zombies map originally. It's just a little survival map, and it's the first map that you play in zombies. It's awesome. And then they have Sandbox, like I talked about earlier, which is awesome. I love that. Then they brought back Shipment, everyone's favorite. Then there's camping. I don't like the camping maps. There's quite a few of them. Then there's Point to Hawk, which is, let me say, riddled with shotguns. And that's the entire game. It's just full of shotguns. It's really annoying, and especially when you get the flaming shotguns. Ooh, that's so annoying. There's really no way to combat it. I mean, you get shot one time with the fire shotgun, and you're dead. Alright, you cannot do anything against it. You are dead. And that's one of the other flaws with this game, is honestly just how broken the shotguns are. Like, you could literally snipe with shotguns in this game. It's ridiculous. But I mean, I still love this game, and I don't see too many people using shotguns. I mean, they really just use like the PPSH, which is a fantastic SMG, the best SMG in really any game it is in. Then in this game, they have the M1 Grand, which is honestly so good. I mean, it's a 2-shot, yes, but if you have a good trigger finger, you can spam it so quickly, and it's really one of my favorites. The LMGs, they got the Bren, and honestly, just this multiplayer has a lot of very well balanced guns. Like, even the sniper rifles are really good. Like, I suck with snipers, alright? I'm absolutely terrible, but I've hit some nasty trick shots. I've hit some fantastic shots with snipers, and it just shows you how good a game is when everything is balanced. You can really go into a game with literally any weapon and win, which is awesome, right? Even if someone has a shotgun, you can still kill them with an M1 Grand. You can still kill them with a PPSH. You know, it's so balanced, and honestly, like, it's just, that's one of the best parts about the multiplayer, is how balanced it is. It's awesome. And I mean, yes, you still have your awesome voice chat. You got the babies crying, you got the parents yelling in the background, you got the ragers, you got everything. It's so awesome to have a community. And honestly, this game is almost 4 years old, and it still has a beautiful community, and it still is thriving to this day, and that is what I love. And yeah, I just love the multiplayer. Now let's move on to zombies.
What have they done to you?
That right there, which you just saw, was the Call of Duty World War II's Final Boss Battles main entrance. Now, I absolutely love this map. Honestly, it gets so much hate just because of the World War II 2 engine, but honestly, I'm really a fan of World War II Zombies. Now, that may sound crazy, and yes, I'm still not insane in like Black Ops 3. Absolutely, Black Ops 3 is by far the best zombies mode ever, with a lot of Black Ops games following suit. But honestly, the World War II zombies mode is by far the second best non-Treyarch zombies game. Yeah, that sounds weird. Why would I just hype up all of this zombies stuff for World War II if it's only the second best non-Treyarch? That's because Infinite Warfare takes the cake from that. But we're not here to talk about Infinite Warfare. We're here to talk about Call of Duty World War II. So let's just get right into the World War II zombies engine. So the zombies engine is fantastic for this game, and I love how in the tutorial it teaches you why you're regenning health, because in the campaign you don't regen health, you have to use medkits and stuff. But I love how it like shows you how it's all this futuristic technology, and you find this little health thingy on a soldier when going to Groston House. I love how it gives you some backstory on why you're regenning health instead of just going from, you know, campaign where you don't regen health to World War II where you just, or zombies, where you just suddenly start regenning health. I love how it gives an explanation about that. But now let's talk about the weapons. The weapons in this game kind of suck. Like, being generally honest, the PPSH, which in World at War, Black Ops 1, which it's not in Black Ops 1, so I don't know why I said Black Ops 1. World at War and BO3, the PPSH is by far the best gun, besides a wonder weapon, in the game. Now, in this game, the PPSH is down in the sewers by Pack-a-Punch as a wall weapon in the Final Reich, which I absolutely love. They have the PPSH by Pack-a-Punch. That's just showing you that they want you to Pack-a-Punch it, just because, well, it's the flipping PPSH in zombies, alright? The PPSH is great in any other zombie or game mode, too. So, to think that they put it by Pack-a-Punch is really just saying that they want you to do it. I just have one fatal flaw with the weapons in this game. They just aren't that great for zombies. In multiplayer, they're absolutely fantastic. But in zombies, a PPSH having to use almost an entire clip to kill like 4 zombies on round 27 up, that's kind of crazy, honestly. And that really sucks. I mean, even Pack-a-Punch, and then I had the double tap, essentially, perk in this game, and it still wasn't doing that much damage. And I also have a problem with the Tesla gun. The Tesla gun is like a Wonderwaff Thunder Gun kind of mix. It's got the electric vibe of the Wonderwaff, but it's also got the more just kind of big wave of thing, energy of the Thunder Gun, and it kind of just mixes that all together. And it's a pretty good wonder weapon, don't get me wrong, but it's also really bad. It more of stuns the zombies than does damage. And it's great for the Panzer Mortar, but really for any normal round, with the amount of ammo you have, you're not getting too far. It's not that good. But now let's talk about the story of World War II Zombies. Sledgehammer is absolutely perfect at writing story. They did a fantastic job on the campaign, so they did a good job on the zombies mode too. It's great. They give so much backstory to why this outbreak happened and why you regen health, like I was talking about earlier. And honestly, yeah, it does not compare to the Ether storyline in the Black Ops series, but really, it's still a good story. I mean, it's really good. And the gameplay is also not terrible. I love the map. The map is also really good. It's open. It's snowy, which snowy zombies maps are awesome. It's nighttime, which is, you know, a good atmosphere for zombies. But what really they nailed in the coffin, metaphor, or not metaphor, pun. There we go. What really they just nail the scary factor of this game. God, the jump scares, gosh, the zombies, the gore, everything about this mode is terrifying, utterly terrifying, and I love it. And many people say that World War II relies too heavily on the atmosphere. I personally don't think so. I really think that they nail the atmosphere, and it does rely a lot on the atmosphere, yes. But it has good gameplay too. It really does. I like the armor. It really nailed the no jug perk for me. Like, you can have you're going to always run your quick revive, your self reses, every single time you're playing solo. But other than that, you can actually get stamina up, you know, without having to worry about it. You can get speed cola, you can get double tap, you can get electric cherry, you can get a melee up damage. It's awesome, the variety of perks that you can have just because of the G-Hit shields. And I think that's amazing. I really do. The boss battle kind of sucks. I really don't like the blimp stage of this map. It's not that fun. You're just kind of killing zombies, then looking up in the sky to shoot a circle on a blimp, and then it drops a battery, and then you've gotta kill zombies around the battery and charge it up. Which, this map has a whole heck of a lot of zombie soul collecting. Which, in a way, is really good, just because, I mean, you're just playing zombies to, you know, beat zombies. So that's great. But it's not fun hoarding around this giant horde of zombies in this tiny little area. That's not fun. But, honestly, the Easter egg is really fun, and I like how it kind of tells you what to do. But then at a certain point, it's just kind of like, oh, gotta figure out what to do. And you have to, like, listen to the voice lines, and you have to just kind of listen around. You don't really need an Easter egg guide for this, but it's helpful. It's really helpful. So, honestly, overall, COD World War II Zombies is really underrated, and I think it's amazing. Like, I love the story of this all. And I forgot to mention the survival maps in every single DLC pack. I love that aspect too. Instead of hopping on a big elaborate map where you have to, you know, run around and figure out this Easter egg and have all these boss zombies, you can just hop on a nice little small area, train your abilities, train your skills, just get better at zombies, you know? Just get better at the game mode. And I love how it's just a little added bonus. But yeah, like, World War II Zombies, though, is super underrated, and it gets a lot of crap. And really, I don't see why. I love the game, and it could just be because I'm a Zombies fanboy or a World War II fanboy. But, God, I really do think World War II Zombies is great, and that it gets a lot of crap for no reason. But yeah, that's gonna be my World War II zombie segment. So I guess I'll catch you all at the outro now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, please go ahead and press the like button. This took me a while to edit and make, so yeah, it'd be really appreciated if you guys could just press the like button or subscribe button, and peace out, y'all.